What are tariffs and why are they so controversial? Let's get into it. But let me just start with, this is not left-leaning or right-leaning, and I'm not coming with you with a political narrative, just discussing the situation at hand. A tariff is a tax on imported goods. So when the US slaps a 25% tariff on steel from China, it makes their steel more expensive, which should, in theory, give American-made steel a competitive advantage, which is the whole idea behind tariffs, to protect local industries. So why do we use them? Supporters of tariffs say it's about fairness. Other countries have already put heavy tariffs on the goods that we import to them, so this is reciprocal. The whole idea is that we're forcing fair trades and level the playing field. The US is in some serious debt, and this is the other reason why we look at tariffs, because you can cut spending, which comes with its own backlash. You can raise taxes, which is politically toxic, or there's tariffs. It's generating revenue without calling it a tax. It's sneaky but effective. We also have to talk about jobs, because for years we outsourced everything because it was cheaper. And so now we can't just ask companies like Apple to come back and make the iPhone in the United States. But if you make a shift in economics, then you generate an incentive. And with that, you potentially bring in and generate more jobs that don't require a college degree. But that's if companies actually start building factories and bringing jobs back to the US, which takes time. There's also a moral argument to all of this, that when you're buying the cheapest goods like Shein or Temu, that you're often funding countries with weak labor laws that have dirty factories. So by bringing production to the United States, you're at least increasing the scrutiny for safer working conditions and higher standards. But here's the catch. Ultimately, raising tariffs increases prices. When companies pay more for materials and goods, it gets passed down to us and things become even more expensive than it already is when inflation is as high as it is. Not to mention that moving manufacturing back to the US isn't quick. It can take decades. If Apple did decide today that they wanted to start building the iPhone in the United States, it doesn't happen overnight. That's even if they decide to do that, because a lot of times companies can see this and then just wait for the next administration to come in and for something to change. So are tariffs good or are they bad? It just depends. It's a big tool with big consequences. They can protect jobs, they can raise revenue, and push for ethical standards, but it takes time and there will be short-term pain for hopefully long-term gain.